Showing the spiritual reference too.
Yeah. I peeped it, but it ain't registered as that. I saw him. I just looked like Long John butt fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't link it to what was being said at the moment. The water, brother. That's a good spiritual eye. Oh, you going, brother? All right, shalom. All right. Back into the lesson. Back at it again. You devils.
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Right, to profess himself at all to be a Jew. You know? So that's how we got Hellenized. Jump to verse 9.
Verse 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. For there were 2 women brought who had...
No, that's it. If you wouldn't conform to the ways of the Gentiles, you'd be put to death. So showing you how our people got Hellenized. And that even came down to after Alexander, Antiochus, Epiphanes, then you had the Ptolemies, the different Ptolemies. So this is the Jews and the Egypt. You had basically the Egyptian Jews, basically not saying they Africans and Jews by blood, but saying they was Jews who lived amongst Egypt. So when you Google the Alexandrian Jews, you look this up, the Alexandrian Jews, read that.
It says, further waves of Jewish immigrants settled in Egypt during the Ptolemaic era.
Right, during the Ptolemaic era, read.
Especially around Alexandria.
Read. That's why you got an Alexandria in Egypt today, because Ptolemy took over that, read.
Thus their history in this period centers almost completely on Alexandria. Right. Though daughter communities rose up in places like the present Kafr ad-Dawar, and Jews served in the administration as custodians of the river.
Right, because they was getting down with Ptolemy. Like, yo, let's fuck with Ptolemy, man. Ptolemy throw us jobs and shit. So it was a whole settlement of Jews who went to Egypt and lived in Egypt. Read on.
As early as the 3rd century BCE, one can speak of a widespread diaspora of Jews in many Egyptian towns and cities.
Right, so it was hella Israelites in Egypt. Read.
In Josephus' history, it is claimed that after the first Ptolemy took Judea, he led some 120,000 Jewish captives to Egypt from the areas of Judea, Jerusalem, Samaria, and Mount Gerizim. With them, many other Jews attracted by the fertile soil and Ptolemy's liberty immigrated there of their own accord.
What? Because niggas like to live good and free. Hey, yo, it's hella jobs in Detroit, man. General Motors and shit. Niggas living good out there. Man, fuck that. Y'all ready to go to Detroit? Yo, let's go. We gonna migrate to Detroit, man. They got houses for dirt cheap. They got jobs. People, Israel do that, man. And that's what they was doing during the Ptolemaic era. You know, which was one of Alexander's generals, read.
An inscription recording a Jewish dedication of a synagogue to Ptolemy and Berenice.
Because niggas was kissing ass. let's build Ptolemy some shit, man. He looked out for us, man, my kid. Like, and that's what Willie Lynch said. He said, if you want to conquer niggas, don't treat them bad. Treat them good. And they'll always stick by you. You know what I'm saying? And that shit worked, man. You see the nigga that's built Ptolemy some shit. This nigga looked out for us. He could have been killing us. And look at niggas now, man. You speak about the white man, they ready to jump down your fucking back because Esau done gave them welfare, financial aid, EOF, taxes, WIC checks. So they be like, nah, man, you can't talk about America, man. America looked out, man. That's how niggas is, man. So you had a big community of Jews in Egypt, read?
And Berenice was discovered in the 19th century near Alexandria. Joseph also claims that soon after these 120,000 captives were freed of their bondage by Philadelphus. The history of the Alexandrian Jews dates from the foundation of the city by Alexander the Great, 332 BCE, after which they were present. They were numerous from the very outset, forming a notable portion of the city's population under Alexander's successors.
Right, that's it. But showing you. So now you understand when when Herod wanted to kill Yahushua and Mary and Joseph fled into Egypt, they didn't flee amongst Hamites. They fled amongst Israelites. It was hella Israel in Egypt from the Ptolemaic era. But a lot of people, see, you got the Maccabees era, you got the whole Greek era missing from the Bible. So people miss out on that history due to these fucking devils, man. So when we bring this history out, niggas can't get it. You know, the Bible jumped from the Greek and the Persian rule into the Roman rule. So you be like, yo, because it do speak a little bit of Alexander. You know, the he-go and all this and that. Okay, cool, but it don't really get in full depth. Because St. John, the 10th chapter, 22nd verse, it talks about the dedication. So you be like, well, where is that history at? In the book of the Maccabees, man.
Got you right here. St. John chapter 10, verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter.
Right, and Yahushua went into the temple. Why, just to look at him? Nah, he kept the feast too, man. He kept the feast too, and it was winter. So you be like, well, the feast of dedication, you'll go through the whole Old Testament and will not find it. But where would you find it at? In the books of the Maccabees during the time of that Greek rule. When you get into Daniel's 11, it talks about that Greek rule, but in a metaphoric sense.
I got a precept.
And so when Mary and Joseph went into Egypt, they didn't go amongst Hamites. It was dark nations amongst dark nations, but it was hella Israel in Egypt at the time. Well, you know about the Ptolemaic rule, how he basically so-called gave them niggas freedom, just like what the white man do now. Yeah, I'ma free y'all niggas up, I'ma give y'all jobs and shit. But y'all niggas gonna think y'all free, but really you still a slave under me, nigga. And y'all so dumb, y'all gonna thank me from putting you in a different captivity. Niggas is building shit for Ptolemy. Thank you, Ptolemy and shit. Giving them gifts and shit, man. Cause niggas is emotional. When you check out people out, you blacks in the spirit. When I say niggas, I ain't just talking about Judah. When I say niggas, I'm talking about all the tribes. How they think, man. You look a nigga out, think, give a nigga a little gift and shit. They, oh man. You know what I'm saying? He going to extremes, man. Yeah. And Obama ain't do shit for you, some little petty shit. But what the scripture said, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Meaning if the white man give you a gift, it's for his own benefit, and it's to destroy you in a way that you don't even fucking know. Esau set up a food pantry. Oh shit, the white man care about our living. You tell a nigga about America how wicked it is, but go live somewhere else. Where you gonna find free food if you homeless? If you got kidney failure, where you gonna find a dialysis machine? Go to these other countries. Why? Because they've been pacified and pampered, so-called pampered through deception of their own destruction by the fucking devil, man. So a nigga can't see that. And just like them Ptolemaic Jews, them niggas went over there, just like niggas leaving New Jersey, it's hard time here, in the 60s, and going to Detroit. To work under General Motors, some car, you know, the factories and shit was in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And a nigga be like, yeah, man, the white man down here treat us good. He give us jobs and supervisor positions. Nigga, you still in fucking slavery. Then when Christmas time comes, you buying you and your other slaves get together and buy master a brand new car, man. That's what the fuck they was doing in Alexandria, Egypt. In Egypt, period, though, because you had, remember, 120,000 Israelites. That's deep, man. Then you had more migrate because they heard of how they was living down there. So you got to get into that history to understand. I don't want to talk brothers' ears off, but you got to kind of do that when you get into this Israelite foreigner topic. Because niggas says debatable, but really it's not debatable. Go into the history and look this shit up. It's right there, man.
This is Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
Right, and Antioch goes back to who? Antiochus. But them people, like, you search the whole Old Testament. Well, I don't see no Antiochus. That's some shit made up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta go into that's why they removed them books, man. They removed that Apocrypha out, man. So you can't really trace that history and get that Israelite. Look, if that Apocrypha was in the Bible, people would be able to understand the Israelite foreigners' history. And because if you make these Israelite foreigners points to these bird brain niggas, to these dumbass niggas, and you don't get into the history, they probably still don't get it, but it's not gonna be as edifying. So you gotta dig up that history so they can possibly, Lord willing, understand. Because you can hear them, oh, that's God in the car, this, that, that. Nah, you gotta kind of bring it back on them, like, look, this what happened to make this happen. That's why it's 2 words for strangers. That's why it's 2 words for Gentiles or Grecians, or 2 words for Greeks or nations or heathen. Because when they came to Cornelius, remember they said nations usually means a non-Israelite. When they came to Cornelius, it said it's unlawful for us, that's Jews, to deal with those of another nation. Let's talk about what? An Israelite foreigner.
It says, now there was in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. Now I want to pull out, it says Lucius of Cyrene. Cyrene is in western of Egypt. See it right here, that's in modern day Libya. So why was this prophet, which had been an Israelite, why was he in Cyrene, which we just read, during the Ptolemaic era, right. You had a lot of Israelites that was in Egypt. Right. And guess what? They migrated, further west coast to Cyrene, Libya. That's why even back then you had Israelites, that were even prophets that grew up in certain Hamitic countries.
Right, and they dwelled there for some time, and I'm glad you brought that up. In some Hamitic countries like Egypt, that northern part of Africa, then eventually they migrated west to the west coast of Africa. Then they built up communities like Timbuktu and so on. So of course, they be like, yo, it's Jake's fuck struggling out here. You got our people doing their thing on the west coast of Africa. What you gonna do, just stay out here and struggle? Now we about to get up with our people and make it happen. We gonna cool out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you check out, you go back to the west coast of Africa, you got the Igbos in Nigeria, you got the Igbos and you got the Yoruba. When you look up Jeroboam in Hebrew, is Yarabam, that's where you get the word Yoruba from, going back to Jeroboam. And when you go into the history of Jeroboam, Jeroboam fled into the northern parts of North Africa and Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So they named themselves based upon Jeroboam, because the way you say we know it's no J, it's a Y. You know what I'm saying? The way you say Jeroboam is Hebrew is Yarabom, which is basically the way of you say Yoruba. So a lot of the Yoruba tribe, they don't know. They lost like niggas out here. Some of them know, but they tie back into the Israelites, man, based off of that history. That's what's wrong with our people. They don't know the fucking history, man. And it's not that it's up to them. The Lord got to open their eyes to that history. But one part of the Israelite foreigner breakdown, and we could go all night with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the Israelite foreigner is so deep, man. I ain't even getting to the Ephesians 11 part. Maybe the brother get it, whatever. But you gotta hit that history, man.
So you close it out at 8.
Okay, well, brothers could dip. Hey, and what the apostles say, they're speaking of their former elder. You know, I just laughed because it was funny, but it was true. You know, he was like, hey, Elder Yaquan used to say, if a nigga can't get it, we moving on. Hey, and in the words of Elder Yaquan, if a nigga can't get it, we moving on. And with that, Shalom, death to America, Kwam Yasharala, man.
Death to America! Death to America!
White power!
White power!
White power!
White power!
White power!
That was back.
Darren Gad! Go, you see the KKK?